Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another reaction. We're checking out Kiss of Life today. We're focusing on, there's going to be two videos focusing on Kiss of Life. One is going to be what you're watching right now, the solo music videos. The other video will focus on their music videos as a group. Very, very excited about this one as I'm not necessarily all that familiar with all of the girls. I did read up on some of them just now, and I do know Natty from, if you guys have been around this channel, you know that I reacted to 16 on Patreon, and Natty is someone who was insanely adorable. I mean, she was insanely young on that show. There were definitely a couple of moments where I felt like the show in general definitely made me want to rip somebody's head off here and there, whether it's JYP or the photographer. You know what I'm talking about if you watch the show. Uh, and there were a couple of instances where I felt like maybe Natty, maybe it was too early for her to be on this kind of a show. However, everything seemed to have worked out. Her choreography, there was like this one moment where she had to come up with her own choreography, and she did such an insanely good job in terms of like putting all of those lyrics to life with her moves. Despite her young age, she did an amazing job with the choreography, and really enjoyed her time on 16. I believe one of the members is someone who was a trainee or had something to do with the Black Label, as well as Belle, I believe, is someone who has writing or composing credits for Le Seraphim's Unforgiven, as well as Mion's one of her solo songs, and Purple Kiss, even, if I'm not mistaken. I did a quick read on the members, on some of them, and I'm very excited about getting into this reaction. So without further ado, we're starting off with Sugar Code by Natty of Kiss of Life. So let's get into it. Oh. Damn. This is cool. Almost like going back to the roots of 16, kind of. That's what this reminds me. Damn. Damn, Natty looks absolutely incredible, and she sounds fantastic. Damn. Was that another member? Faith on the cab, that's pretty cool. Oh, damn. Edition. Okay. That's pretty cool. I love the theme of like music is what keeps me going. The cab would never lose faith. Even though she's clearly not in the greatest of places, it's almost like coming from humble beginnings and all that kind of stuff. But music and dance specifically, actually, it feels like is what kind of like got her through. The headphones, obviously, music itself too is really cool. The vocals are absolutely so light and airy and just wonderful. And honestly, if you didn't tell me that this was Natty, I wouldn't actually recognize her. Obviously, she was insanely young on 16 again, so it makes sense that she changed quite a bit, but she looks absolutely phenomenal. And there was like a blonde girl that passed Natty by, which from some of the thumbnails, I'm guessing that's one of the members. So I'm kind of like wondering if all of the solo projects are almost like intertwined or something. And it's like all of them, they're using like the solo projects as a way for the group to come together. And maybe there's like this giant ass storyline that continues through the actual music videos, which would make a lot of sense and like give them like this really nice depth and something to really stick to and make them unique, which is awesome. So yeah, I also love the violinist who's also like a street performer who's doing what he needs to do to get by, but still not losing faith in music. And even though she doesn't have a lot of money, she still gave what she had. It's almost like a metaphor for giving everything that you have to music, which is, again, clearly she never gave up after 16, and now it seems like a lot of people are very high on this group. So I'm very, very, very happy for her. Let's take it back. Yeah, I love those lyrics and the thrilling sense of liberation. Like, nothing, I don't have any confinements. I'm just doing me. Even if I'm struggling, I can still do me without anyone telling me anything. I can perform what I want, when I want, however I want, and I can do whatever the fuck I want without worrying about limits and things. So, everything comes like at a price and shit, but at the same time, the price for me being like on the street and whatnot and not having all of the means that I want to have, it gives me a sense of liberation because I can do whatever I want. And then she sees the flyer, of course, and she's going to audition. I'm guessing all of the girls who have a solo here are going to potentially audition for the same thing, and that's maybe something that is going to connect them. Damn, the cinematography is really, really nice too. Oh. But come on, dude. Man, that dude is a drama queen, Jesus. Oh. I'm guessing she's ready, getting ready for the audition.
Thank you. Next.
I really like the sound design here too. Like, very nice. And she's running into the spotlight, much like the fireworks, which is also really, really cool. Man, this song was absolutely beautiful. I really enjoyed it. I think that the dude deserves an Oscar for that fall. Like, holy shit, dude, you dragged the fuck out of it. But I don't think that she tried to steal. It's just that he saw her as someone who looks a little bit suspicious with the hoodie and the big bag and all that kind of stuff. So it was actually a pretty decent symbolism in terms of like people seeing something and taking it in the completely different way in terms of like context, not having context, even though he does have context. He sees her on the security cameras. I don't think that she planned on stealing anything, but yet he pounced on her um, because he thought that in his mind, even though he has security footage, I don't think that she tried to steal anything, but he just came up to this conclusion and he tried to stop her. And I feel like it's pretty cool symbolism of like toxic fans and fans in general, like overreacting and putting like all of these boundaries on you and trying to like put you down and all. Although it's just me and my mind kind of like going off a little bit. I'm not gonna focus like too much on each of these music videos because we have quite a bit to cover, so I don't want to turn this video into like an hour and a half reaction. The lyrics are absolutely beautiful. The change that is coming soon, being confining yourself in the mirror, not putting yourself through any more limitations, just doing what you need to do in order to set yourself free. And then in that, seeing the fireworks behind her, and then she's running into the spotlight because that is her shot. Like if you had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything that you've ever wanted, would you capture it or would you let it slip? That was 8 Mile. I'm sorry. But it kind of relates a little bit because, you know, humble beginnings and all in rough places, rough coming ups and all that kind of stuff. It actually fits quite well with 8 Mile. And now she's seizing that opportunity. Like the fireworks that are going off is like a sense of liberation. And then she's running into the spotlight that is the audition show. So hopefully she's going to nail it. In the context of the storyline. I also love like the title of a song itself, Sugarcoat. Like Natty is, from the very minimal knowledge that I have of her with 16, she's like the sweetest girl, but she doesn't want to be sugarcoated. She just wants to be herself. So don't confine me. Or also, as the lyrics say, I've confined myself in the mirror, like looking at myself. Shit, almost lost my ring. Looking at myself in the mirror and putting those limitations on myself as a result of everyone else kind of like seeing me as someone that I'm not necessarily that sweet girl, or I have more to me than just meets the eye. I thought that it was really, really cool. So this was wonderful. Let's move on to the next solo, which is going to be Belle's solo. And I believe that this is the girl that has a couple of writing credits and composing credits. Worked with Le Seraphim on Unforgiven, if I'm not mistaken. Purple Kiss, Mion's, one of Mion's solo songs as well. Very, very excited about that one. So let's get into it. I'm guessing she's a dancer. 희미한 빛은 눈에 떠난 몸을 일으켜 피어나 볼까 오늘도 새롭게 제일 좋아하는 플레이리스트 그 아무것도 아닌 sorrow 꽤 달콤한 room I get it. Okay. Time after time 울었을지 몰라 잠깐 시간이 됐어 이제 get your head up high Oh 모두 준비됐어 now get right 가고 싶은 대로 making kickstart When you feel sad, chocolate is the answer, I guess. Always. Oh. Man, she's smooth. Well, that's not very nice. Oh man, that is really, really rough. So it's like being forced to be a ballet dancer, which is something that she doesn't want to do. And as a ballet dancer, like perfection is everything, super slim, eating all of this chocolate. Like the parents are incredibly like rough in terms of like maintaining her figure and really like putting her in all sorts of confinements for her to be like perfect and to be like extra skinny, because that's what ballet dancers are generally. And she wants to dance, but she doesn't want to dance the way that her parents want. So it's almost like the equivalent of the kid that, whose parents want him to be like a lawyer or a doctor or something else, but the kid wants to be something else completely. That's how the parents, I guess, kind of like see it. Like hip hop dancing or like K-pop dancing and all that kind of stuff is almost like a taboo for the parents. The parents being like overly parenty, not even letting her have like her moment, like closing her. She can't even close her door without her mom like pulling out a master key or just a key to her door. It's like, I don't have any walls. I'm confined by my parents' like vision of what they want me to be, and that's pretty much it. Like, and if I try to do something that I like, that is fun for me, or even like try to indulge in something that I'm locking away because I can't let them see that because they'll flip the fuck out, as the mom does. Man, this is really, really, man, the storyline is really, really cool. So we have like Natty is almost like coming from humble beginnings in a way, and like being in a state where she doesn't know where she goes in terms of like financial life. Here with Belle, it seems like as long as I am keeping up with my parents' vision, that is when I actually have something to count on. But the second I go off on my own thing, it's like I disobeyed my parents, and I hope she doesn't even get fucking kicked out or something. But maybe the dad will come to the rescue and he'll be more understanding. Anyway. It's so fine. Damn. I mean, the shock on her face is like, it's damn.
Leave me alone. This is what I am. Why should I have to be a perfect daughter? Why can't you just accept me? Get your head up high.
Damn. Man, that was so symbolic. Like the dad is like chilling in his Porsche. Porsche. Two baddies, one Porsche. So Porsche. Chilling, reminiscing about the good old days of his wife and his daughter dancing and like having fun. Meanwhile, as it happens, as he's reminiscing about the purity of his daughter, then he is losing his daughter now, and it is just, it's kind of like a little bit gut wrenching, kind of, and the mom being so completely in denial of what her daughter wants to be. Like she would rather lose her daughter because of the path that she's going rather than accept her and maintain a relationship with her, and the dad is just like basically like blinded by the purity of the memories of his daughter, that he's literally losing her right now. I thought that was really, really symbolic. The acting was really, really nice too, with the screaming with Belle. I also like that the vocals are beautiful, by the way, and like dive into the new world as she's like taking a step against her mother. So that is the new world, but the mom could not be any less fucking enthused about this path, which is just if you want to lose your child, then I mean that's your prerogative, I guess. But you know, a little bit of support would have saved her a lot of tears. And her being barefoot is also really, really symbolic, because like the only shoes that she's ever known are ballet shoes. Sunflower. Okay, so this is happening all at the same time. So all of them feel liberated. She exits the house that confined her, metaphorically and literally. Natty finally finds that moment, that spark, literally, but also like the flyer and all. Yeah, this was absolutely beautiful. Like the dad comes off as incredibly like oblivious, like basically getting drunk on old memories while losing whatever is left of his daughter, and seeing the daughter and the wife dance in the video on the phone that he's watching, as opposed to now they're dancing like chaos, fucking almost killing each other. It was really, really symbolic, and the song itself was absolutely beautiful. Really loved the production, really loved the acting. Belle's high notes were really, really wonderful too. So far these girls are 2 for 2. This was beautiful. Shout out Born This Way. I guess it's a bit of a shout out to Lady Gaga too. You are beautiful the way that you are, and just because somebody disagrees with it, it doesn't mean that it should stop you from the path that you're going towards and follow your dreams, even if what's trying to stop you is unfortunately your own parents that can't see straight because of like the notion of like the predetermined scenario that they have for you, as far as like being like a perfect doll, like literally a ballet dancer, being like perfect, not realizing that, you know, I watched Black Swan, you know, being a ballet dancer is not, it may look perfect, but that shit is chaotic as fuck. And you know, her feet will be better off now walking on concrete than dancing. Anyway, this was beautiful. Let's move on to the next song, which is going to be by Julie. Kitty Cat is the name of the song. Let's go.
Everybody say ooh.
Oh.
Everybody
Ooh.
say yeah. 여기저기 say my name. Don't cross the line like this. Someone call me weak. 매번 연필 없이
Oh.
Someone call me free. 미움받고 해도 나 won't regret Someone set the beat. You know I'll be the baddest in this town, but 하루 정도는 예쁨밖에 원해.
Damn.
가축해진 손톱 good, you know that.
Love the production on this song.
I don't care 어떤 꼴을 하더라도 I want much of you know I can tell you all about me. All I know is me and I. 너를 안으려다가 할퀴어 상처를 줘 난.
Was that supposed to be a boyfriend?
그게 미웠어 미안하니 나도 kitty kitty cat 미묘함에 숨긴 vibe 없다고 하면 kid right up 세우지 몰라 Shush baby with your chitty chatty mouth Watch yourself for this queen for the night kinda itty bitty brat 미안해 안 봐줄래 대충 날리는 my kiss 내겐 돌겠지 몰라 Shush baby with your chitty chatty mouth Watch yourself for this queen for the night
Oh no.
Put your hands in the air. Boy, you come along, been waiting a long time, but you know I come along. Leave your time, make it a one. Can't be that hurt, ain't done. 앙큼이 살랑대던 꼴이 나의 radar. 아무것도 모르는 척 looking at me! Stop! 널 보면 갸우대 재빨리 jump up 보는 애 like a jaguar 장난꾸러기 내로 but damage 두 배로 I go higher 네 머리 위에 play on 도도하게 앉아 looking down All I know is me and I 죽어라고 달아나 다시는 나를 닮은 night
You guys are drunk as fuck.
나주 kitty kitty cat 미묘함에 숨긴 vibe 귀엽다고 하면 kid right 좀 세울지 몰라 Shush baby with your chitty chatty mouth
That looked way too easy. He doesn't have the strength to do that. I'm sorry.
We just ride, we just whoa, we just vibe, we just go, we just ride, we just whoa, we just vibe, we just go, we just ride, we just whoa, we just vibe, we just go, we just ride. 길은 모르지만 go. 나주 kitty kitty cat 미묘함에 숨긴 vibe 귀엽다고 하면 kid right 좀 세울지 몰라. Shush baby with your chitty chatty mouth. Watch yourself for this queen for the night. itty bitty rap 미안해 안 봐줄래. 대충 나오는 my kiss 내겐 돌겠지 몰라. Shush baby with your chitty chatty mouth. Watch yourself for this queen for the night. 나주 kitty kitty cat 나주 kitty kitty cat.
No fireworks this time, so it's not at the same time happening. Oh, but still the addition. Okay. Okay. So we're still connecting everything. I do find the lyrics very interesting in relation to like something like Sugar Code too, because you may think that I'm cute, but then I'll pull up my claws and all that kind of stuff. It's very much kind of like relates to one another because I may look one way, but bitch, I might kill you and all that kind of stuff. The song itself, like visually, this was the most edgy music video so far. The actual song was really, really addicting. It was very bouncy. I love the instrumental, especially like the beginning was really, really cool. The intro was dope. And it seems like after it was all said and done and she's like maybe a little bit hungover and all that kind of stuff, she sees that flyer. It's almost like finally having something that will guide her in a way, something that will be like a light at the end of the tunnel, because maybe she can't continue going like this, partying day and night and like losing herself. Clearly she loves to dance, but not in front of this kind of a audience that will use her. As there was like a really interesting visual to when we have the two people that lay her on the bed and all that kind of stuff, and then prompting her up, and then she starts screaming, "Stop looking at me!" and all that kind of stuff. It's very interesting in terms of like the symbolism and not wanting to be like quote unquote a doll, to kind of like throw it back to something like Ha Jin's I Not Equal Doll, in terms of like the perception and just being a puppet for everyone else and not wanting to be that. Clearly there's like a sense of freedom and doing whatever the fuck you want, but at the same time, even if you have that sense, you still might lose that direction. Because you're so free to do anything that you forgot what the fuck did you want in the first place. So therefore, her seeing that flyer towards the end was really, really interesting. The guy at first, I thought that he was like super like overly protective to a toxic degree. Maybe I thought that this is where it was going to go, but apparently the guy actually seemed to be very, very caring, I think, kind of, from some of the visuals. Like there's literally lyrics saying just vibe with it, so she's just going with the flow wherever it may take her, but at the same time she still expresses like frustration when she was standing up on the table screaming at everyone to not look at her, and like there were clear signs of being like tired of this kind of like lifestyle, so to speak. So there's definitely someone who is very vibey and free flowing with everything to a point where they actually lose sense of direction. There's obviously Belle, who is who has all of the direction, but it's not the direction that she wants to go in because of the parents who the dad is oblivious and just focusing on the memories, while the mom is incredibly toxic to a point where she would rather lose her child rather than let her do her own thing and be supportive. So, and then obviously with Natty being lost in the biggest sense, in terms of like not having a home potentially and like being in a rough place in your life, but still having dance and music. So she still has like that guiding light. So that was really, really cool. We're getting like a very cool direction for all of the girls and the things that basically like connect them. And they already have like so much in common in a way. So once I'm wondering the final solo music video, what's it going to be like and how it's going to connect all of them, or are we going to wait till the music video with Bye My Neverland, I believe is the name of the song here. Very, very excited to see how it all continues to unfold. So without further ado, let's move on to the final solo music video. We're going to end this video after this one, and then the next video, which hopefully will be released around the same time, is going to be for the 2 music videos that they have as a group. But for now, we're moving on to Play Love Games by Haneul. I'm sorry for butchering her name. Let's move on. Ooh, ring light. Is that who passed Natty in the music video? Oh, the bass is nice. She has a decent amount of followers. Whoa. Is this shot in Europe or something? That view is beautiful. Why does the view remind me of my home country, my hometown? Kind of reminds me of Riga a little bit. That's interesting. It looks kind of European. Like it literally looks like I'm like a lot of European like countries have similar architecture, especially when it's the more older times. Like there's Old Town Riga, for example, which kind of looks similar to something like Prague, or like there's something like we literally checked out New Jeans' music video, which was filmed in Portugal, in Lisbon. Italy has like similar vibes. Like this is really, really interesting. Let me know if you know where this was shot. Are they all doing the same choreography throughout the solos? Everybody's judging her based on what she's posting or something? Oh. Oh, okay. So that's a good thing, okay. Okay, that's very cool. That's pretty cool. Aww. That's nice. Nice. Fire. Okay, okay. There's the connection. And she's gaining confidence too. That's pretty cool. This song has a very has a nursery rhyme vibe to it. That was really, really cool. I love how shy she is, and like thinking when everybody's looking at her, she's like, oh shit, everybody's like making fun of me. Everybody probably thinks that I'm a joke and whatnot, but in reality, everybody's like really admiring her and what she does, and like she becomes a sensation in that place, and then like people start following her more and more and more, and then like the fireworks, so everything is happening at the same time as the previous solo, so she'll probably find her way towards that audition, or maybe the audition people will find her potentially. I'm not really sure, but somehow, obviously it's all going to connect, because the fireworks were literally there as like a continuity string for us to follow, which was really, really cool. But I love how like she's so incredibly shy in the beginning, and like the glasses, and super like tightly dressed, as far as like being incredibly almost like conservative, like very, very very shy. But when she dances, that's when she can like really show herself. So that was really, really cool. It feels like she thought that she was gonna get bullied because she's different. And yet the one thing that, unlike Belle, for example, the one thing that connected her and like gave her a family of sorts is dance. Whereas with Belle, the one thing that took her away from her family is dance, because it's not the kind of dance that her parents wanted her to do. So for them, it's like taboo. So that was a really cool touch there as well. And these solos were absolutely wonderful. Again, I'm not gonna like go too much in depth into the lyrics and everything. Just the story in general overall was really, really cool, and I'm very much looking forward to getting into the music videos. So I'm gonna end this reaction here. If you enjoyed this reaction and are excited about the next Kiss of Life reaction, let me know in the comment section, and I will catch you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Check out the Patreon if you want to see some exclusive reactions, which of course includes 16, which features Natty. It was done actually like at least 7 or 8 months ago, I want to say, those reactions. I had some thoughts about some of the things that happened on the show. So if you'd like to see me get pissed off at some personalities in that show, in terms of like the photographer on that show and JYP himself, and like the fucking MC of the finale, consider subscribing to the Patreon and watch me get fucking mad. But yeah, this was wonderful. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you.